Hello. So anybody who has watched my content long enough knows my pet peeve, or what I see as like really big problems with this game, or at least I should say with Gondwa as a map. And in this, what I'm about to switch to, I kind of just went off the cuff and tried to not really mince words, or I tried to make it as easy to understand where I'm coming from as I possibly could. So I was trying to do something funny with replay mode, and I ended up hitting the name tags. And, well, yeah, I'm just gonna let it run from here. So either way, I hope you all enjoy. So, let us have a look how many people are in the crater. Holy hell. What in the actual hell? You know, I'm gonna go on one of those rants again. Hey, I hope you'll enjoy. So, this is a problem, right? This is a big problem. It's cool as hell when you're among it, right? Really cool. There's so many people in one area. And they're all, they're all in the dirt with each other. They're fighting, they're having fun. Yeah. But there's an entire map, right? An entire map that the devs put effort into to try and make all the zones unique, or as unique as they can, while also looking interesting. And it's it looks lovely. So why does everybody sit in a fishbowl? Well, let me explain why everybody sits in the crater. And, a lot of the community has fallen into a self-perpetuating loop of crater. And so what is happening here is that people, they play this game, and they grow their dinos, the baby Allosaurus, and they travel around the map, and they see a bunch of cool zones. Like, oh my god, we got this cool savanna biome, which then has this huge rocky mountain cliff with a damn hot spring right next to it. And then we have this volcano looking mountain right here overlooking a dead forest. And then the most forgotten zone in the game. uh, Hell, we've even got a damn mountain that looks like a stego. God damn it. There's so many lovely zones on this map, and the map looks amazing, right? There's different levels of depth to a lot of it. I mean, sure, there's some bad placements, but hey, you can always clean stuff up. As a base foundation, it's a great map. There's only just one problem. It's dead. It's dead. It's a dead map. And there's only one reason. That is because the community has fallen into a loop of running to the area where everybody is, which is Crater, and then they've noticed, oh my god, it's so easy to find interaction over here. I should come here more often. And so then what happens is that when they leave the area, they can't find anybody because everybody's here. And why do we play, Path of Titans? It's a game we play to interact with others, with other players through, the lens, or not really a lens, we play funny dinosaur game, and we play with other people, and we interact with other people, we fight other people, we hang around, blah blah blah. You get it. Either way, if you're not finding other people, you're just picking flowers. That's all you're doing. You're picking up flowers, picking up mushrooms and stuff like that. I know it's the old joke of, oh my god, acorn picking simulator. I mean, it's true in a sense. It is true. Because, anywhere outside of Crater on Gondwa is pretty much The Walking Dead. It's a ghost town. Oh yeah, so the loop. Yeah. I went off topic again. Anyway. Yeah, so this loop that I've been saying before. So everybody wants to go to Crater. Cool. Everybody likes Crater. It wouldn't be as much of a problem if, say, you died in Crater and then you spawned in, say, I don't know, Big Quill Lake. Let's pick Big Quill Lake, sure. And then you actually just walked back. Fair enough. You walk back, and then there's the chance that you have an interaction with another player again, which is that's the magic. That's the magic of the game. That's what we all search for in the first place. So yeah, let's say you did end up spawning in Big Quill Lake. So then you ask your friend, "Hey, can you waystone me?" And they go, "Sure." And they waystone you. You teleport over here, and then you're back at the area you wanted to be, the place where everybody is, right? But what that means is that the opportunity that you had from traveling from Big Quill Lake back here, your opportunity of running into anybody is now gone. And anybody's opportunity of running into you on that journey is now also gone. This is why I, in a way, dislike waystones, and I said in the past I would double. If I had any form of control, I would personally double the price of waystones. Because as the game is right now, without AI, yeah, it's kind of dead because one reason is because of waystones, because they rob the entire opportunity chance of even having interaction outside of the area that is most popular. And I'll agree with you. It's a cool area. It's nice and flat. It's got good clearance. It's got good visibility for everything. It's got water. It's got a berry bush. It's got lots of people because of those reasons, and it also has a water refill. I would get rid of this if I had any power. All I can really, really, really say is that I really hope they get the AI dinos right. Because unless they actually fix, uh, you know, some of the hotspots, right? It wouldn't be. This is what Path of Titans will be, at least on Gondwa. Because with Impact Crater being on the west side of the map and the most popular spot on the map, pretty much anywhere on the east side, for the most part, I usually find actually really safe. Especially if I want a quest, if I'm messing around on a community server every now and then. Which I don't do very often anymore because most of them are American and I have terrible ping on them. So after saying what I wanted to on Gondwa while I was in that replay mode, I then went on to Panjura officials and just on my Campto, and I just continued it. And yet, this problem is nowhere near as prevalent. Oh, what's going on? Oh, Picno. See, look at that. Look at that. This isn't even a major spot. It's just part of the map. There's people traveling. I literally just logged on. That's the first thing I see. People in the middle of, well, they're kind of close to a hotspot. But that's what I'm gonna get onto next, once I find a good spot to hide. That scared the hell out of me. I didn't expect that. Yeah, so, on Pandora, the original map, the old map, the map that barely anybody plays on, and for good reason, it's a boring map in the sense that it all looks the same. It's trees. That's like most of the map, except for like the center lake. If anything, that's the most unique part of the map, is just the big lake. That's it. The rest of the map looks the same. But this map is way less boring in the sense of its map traffic. This is the Southwest. It's one of the best places to actually grow your dinos. There are plenty of zones in which you can literally cycle and go round in a circle doing all the quests. And I used to have a route to do this. I could end up growing, dinos when I learned this route in about like 4 hours when I played on community servers. Though that was the time when I was kind of like learning the game in the first place. Either way, 4 hours, no group quests. And I just cycled all the quests in this area, in the southwest area of the map. But so did other people. There was good map traffic, good map traffic here, and it was a good place to get points or marks. Then we have Spine Lizard Lagoon, another very popular spot for very good, is water here, aquatics fight here, then people on land, there's loads of berry bushes, there's a couple of corpses in the area if any carnivores come but can't get a kill. Oh crap, I accidentally moved out of the bush. Then over here, we have, the area I'm close to, Grassland Lake. There's a cave here, and people do use this, entire area to fight in. Pretty, open. This would be, like, the thing I would call closest to being Crater, just because it's so open and easy to fight in, and yeah. But right next to this hotspot is another popular hotspot, being Tyrant's Gorge. Yeah, people like this area. There's a cave down here. Most people like to stay over by this little lake right here, and there's also easy quests, just going back and forth. So, next area then, right next to that, right? Then we have Little Brook Meadow, one of the most popular spots on this map. There's a cave right here. There's always, like, a big group around here. You get a lot of people like calling out, trash talk in the chat that are usually like from Little Brook Meadow. Then, of course, we'd end up having Turtle Island in the center of the map, in which a lot of semi-aquatics would usually park their dino in the cave, and then usually just swim in the air to Talon's Point or Corpse Cove. There's been quite a lot of fights there. And then there's also the Eastern Cascades, in which that was usually quite a popular spot for me to usually go, and for my friends as well. Usually, I had like a little route for questing here, so I would do a bunch of quests in Cascades till all the branches were gone, then I would move down south to Red River, and then east towards Bayou, Blackwater Bayou, do the quests there, and then I just travel back up to Cascades, and it was quite a good, route for questing and growing. Then, of course, there's Riverland, another area that some people like to stay at. I've had quite a few fights over here, and I've also seen in the chat a couple of times lately whenever I do come onto Pandora every now and then. And people are usually, every now and then, are saying like, oh my god, you KOS'd me at the cave, blah blah blah, Either way, that's telling me there's traffic there. Even if I don't go to all the zones, I still see way more variety, at least in looking at the chats, for Pandora's map. I hear, so how many hotspots did I just name off right there? So we have Grassland Crater, that's 1. We have Tyrant's Gorge, that's 2. We have Little Brook Meadow, that's 3. We have the Cascades, that's 4. We have the entire southwest. I will consider that all big, one big thing. honestly. The entire southwest. That's 5. We have Spine Lizard Lagoon. That's 6. We have Riverland. I don't know if I said Riverland already. That's 7. If I haven't, then that's 7. I don't care. Either way, you get my point. The difference in map traffic for, these maps are astronomical. And one thing you will notice that is vastly different about Panjura's map compared to Gondwa's, none of the waystones are right next to caves. Think about that. None of the waystones are absolutely surrounded by caves. They're all like a decent walk away. And though Gondwa and Panjura have the same size map, like literally they are the same size map, Gondwa actually has less land mass, which means that it takes longer to travel across the entire portion of land mass on Panjura than it does Gondwa. So it's a smaller map. For the land dinos, it's literally a smaller map. It's just got more like vertical depth to it, right? And it's got more riverways. But yet people just skip out on actually traveling because the map is dead. With the amount of spots here that I just listed off that are like decently popular spots on this map, Panjura is actually way more interesting in the thing that Path of Titan players actually care about, which is player interaction. Because they have way more chance of actually running into people, because there's way more spots that are actually popular outside of a fishbowl. And the rant is over. I'm not a big fan of being like too negative, and I don't think I really was. It's just that I also, if I like something, I don't want it to be bad and monotonous and boring, and I think everyone feels the same in that aspect, but obviously that is subjective to what people find boring. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed. I'd like to know what you think. And yeah, I hope you all have a lovely day. Bye. I don't know if this all sounded way too, like, angry or anything like that. I guess it was a little bit, because, hey, if I'm gonna get, like, absolutely murked by a giant megapack, at least give me a different, like, scenery, some different scenery to look at while I get murked. Please. That's all I ask. Let me die with a different background, please.